Do you bleed blue and white? Have you kicked so many goals and taken so many hangers that you've required part of your spine to be removed? Do you have such unwavering commitment to your listeners that you would film a podcast on a significant amount of painkillers the day after surgery? Well, you've come to the right place. Welcome to the Roo Boys podcast. G'day, Roo Boys and girls. As the intro might suggest, I might be a little bit worse for wear, but we're going to try and push through this. We were going to get Harley to host, but it was far too risky. A drugged up Willow is going to stay the course. How you going, mate?
I'm going better than you, I reckon, mate. This is going to be an interesting journey, I reckon. You poor bugger.
We were just discussing that what I've just taken now, we could see take effect in real time as the pod goes on. So if I end up falling asleep, Harley can finish it off.
I'll take over. Yeah. I'll just ask myself questions. Oh, mate, look at you. The commitment to the cause. I legit thought that we weren't going to do it this week. I mean, I took the notes and everything, just in case. But if whoever's not watching, it's a sight. It's like just lying down with a North Scarf. And I'm with some pretty quick release opiates going through my veins right now. So yeah,
let's rip in.
But no, look, I mean, for those who don't know, look behind the curtain. I don't do much in terms of the production. I just turn up here and speak, and Willow does all the rest. So it's good to see you, mate.
Thanks, mate. Appreciate it. All right. Well, let's just get into the past game. Obviously, I think everyone I've spoken to is pretty flat after that result. As you'll see as we go through the notes, it was a little bit of a roller coaster watch again, just like the Essendon game. I feel it's probably the one I feel like we didn't progress too much in terms of gameplay.
I would say it's a roller coaster like the Socceroos game as well, mate. That I watched the penalties on the tarmac and in the plane on the way to bloody fucking Adelaide, bro. That's where I got this T-shirt, and that's where we're going to throw to Harley down on the ground. Harls.
G'day, Harls. Here at Adelaide Oval, the beautiful backdrop, ready for the Kangas to take on the power. Surprise attack, mate. Come on, that fucking Kangas. Get him, Jai.
All right, thanks for that, Harley. That was a little bit of a surprise Adelaide Oval correspondent. So good stuff. Good start.
Yeah, mate. Harley goes to the footy and Harls does the podcast. So he
look at the commitment from the hosts here. You've got one bloke just had spinal surgery and the other one flew to the game just for the listeners. So you don't get much better than that.
Mate. Get into it.
Basically, what happened here is during the game, I got fairly tied up with kids in the second half. I did manage to watch most of it, but we're going to do halves here. So I'm going to kick off my notes for the first quarter. First note I've got is cringy garbage song. Geez, I just think it's so put on, that whole never tear us apart thing over there.
Mate,
you were there. You might be able to shed some light on it.
I was actually super excited about it, to be honest. I actually love it. I love the pageantry of it all. I think it's Port actually do it pretty well, walking into the ground over the bridge. They've got a brass band playing the song and all that sort of shit. It's all a bit wanky, but I kind of like it. It makes it an event. So,
all right, well, anyway, why don't you marry him then? Anyway, my next note was don't give Core the footy, please. Just some suspect disposal there. Port's pressure was way up out of the gate, I noticed. But then I think both the pressure ratings sort of dropped off as the game went on. Chom was straight at it. He was great all day. Probably our our best player. I loved watching him all day. Elmac was very lucky to not getting in the back tackle in the goal square there, but that's right at the start as well.
Yep.
I thought largely we looked pretty good around the ground. I've got here Spargo heard some footsteps and coughed it up on the halfback flank as well.
Yep.
There's another one. Yeah, Spargo got his head taken off, and no, it was the one kick they didn't pay all day. I'm sure we'll touch on the umpires. Jesus Christ,
mate,
completely ruined the game, regardless of what was going on. I've put Larky's boot is back, baby. Spoiler alert: there's comments after this in where it says Larky's boot is not back, baby. Trembath was winning taps. We looked really good in the ruck. I thought in the first quarter we dominated general play. I thought the boys were cracking in really well. I'd noted Elmac here a couple of times. I did make a little sneaky note, just Hinkley maybe showing a little bit of bias on the commentary, just starting to sneak in.
I'll tell you, there's a fucking lot in the second half about Ken from my notes. So, just a little bit of fucking bias.
Yeah, just a tiny bit of bias. Then I've just put Oz kick Sunday umps, loving the holding freeze. Like no one could fall over or be mildly inconvenienced without an umpire blowing a whistle. It was absolutely disgusting.
I've never heard you wouldn't hear this many whistles at a bloody soccer game versus two South American teams. Seriously,
yeah, it's ridiculous. Disgrace. They were all trying to outdo each other. But I've just got here they were actually playing to my suggestions of the week before. They must have been listening to the pod. They were controlling tempo really well with the possession, switching, and just not taking dumb options. Trying to hold the ball. Unfortunately, they just tried to do that the whole game. As the game went on, they sort of stopped the attacking side of it and stopped taking the game on, and just it was shit. But anyway, LDU does not want to kick a goal. The amount of times he runs inside 50, and I'm like, I just miss midfielders that can just pump goals from 50 out if they've got no one anywhere near him. There's no reason he shouldn't be doing that.
Well, even that first one that he kicked to Suva and Suva kicked the first goal.
Mm.
I kind of think he probably should be kicking those. Like that was a run in.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but look, he definitely gets caught in two minds. There's no doubt about it. But he played well in that first quarter, though.
He was great. Yeah,
other than some of the iffy kicks.
Yeah, I've just got really untidy shit, but good intensity. Should be up by a few goals at least. The first quarter we were just the better side. I was questioning the Port Adelaide doctor who basically was stitching Georgiades' body parts back on him all game. Never went off for a single check. But yeah, we don't. Maybe Gianni Infantino might be involved with the Port Adelaide Football Club there a bit. He's the FIFA president.
Mate, seriously, we will. I've got a bit on that later on, maybe in the report.
I'll quickly wrap this up because I'm forgetting I'm actually filming a podcast here. So I said we're zoning well and forcing turnovers.
Is this quarter 2 or quarter 1?
No, first quarter, mate. We were zoning well and getting good turnovers, but we just weren't punishing with the turnovers. We're destroying him in the ruck and clearance for no reward. I put Sheasel cares, which he does, and it was just felt like a rinse and repeat of the Essendon game that first quarter. I just could not put anything on the board.
Yeah,
you got anything to add, mate?
I had very summation of my first quarter was very average footy. Both teams turning it over for fun. Obviously it was the same as the last month. Our entries and that were just going straight to the spot. Lear, whether it was Lear or any other intercept defenders, were just chopping it off. North Waste will go inside, which is worrying trend. And I wrote, it shits me that he who shall not be named is good at footy. It shits me.
It is very annoying. I'll kick off quarter 2. So quarter 2, there was a couple of really good Jonathan Brown-esque sort of back with the flight marking attempts with JK and Cherry. very brave.
My first comment: JK and X courage as fuck. That was my first note.
Well, that's pretty much mine too. And I'm just umps getting involved again, which was just shit. Lark's boot gone.
Wait, my next note. These are some whistle happy canaries.
Yeah, there was a disgrace. Lark's boot gone again. Messy footy. We were trying to create off half back and we're just too slow and just going long down the line. I've put Larky fucking dumb as shit here. I don't know what that was in relation to. I don't know what he did.
Would have been the in the back, I reckon.
Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like when he got Butters in the back, and then he, or shall not be named, was remonstrating with him. I just wanted Chom just to headbutt him in his stupid blonde moustache.
Yeah. I've just got umps just fucking ruining the game now. And our heads started to drop in the second quarter, I thought, because it was just like beating your head against the wall. The defenders were getting the best of us. Our entries were shit. They were just getting it and taking it back down the other end.
Yeah.
And I've just put my swear words are actually ramping up here. I've got some fucking terrible footy now, just blowing some terrible footy now. Just blow the fucking siren and regroup. I said, Jai again, Mr. Reliable. I just said, can Cherry run through one of the umps like that, please? That was when he nearly killed Butters, I think it was.
Well, that was LDU pushing him into him, which he got cited for as well.
Yeah, okay. I didn't know
LDU got a fine for that.
A fine, okay, that's fair. I think it's probably worth it.
No, it's a rule. Like, it's only a fine. Like, it was his first offence ever.
Mate, imagine if it was PC, he would have got the electric chair.
Oh, fuck.
But,
exactly. Like, he'd be hung, drawn and quartered.
But then I've put Dawson just not up to it. He's really disappointed me the last couple of weeks. I know he's playing out of position, but even when he plays down the back line, he's just off the pace. 2011 Willow kicking an absolute bag on him, I reckon.
Well, then he would have fucked his back and required surgery.
Exactly, yeah. Then I've just seen some of the worst shit I've seen all around footy and umpiring. It was an atrocious quarter. And then I've got no notes the rest of the game. So,
all right,
take it away,
Harley. All right, so just to add to the first half, I reckon I felt really bad for Cooper Harvey in that. What's that?
Sorry, I don't know why there's a timer going off. Oh yeah, sorry, I've got a timer set. No, I've got to get up every 2 hours and move around, but I'm not going to.
You've done.
Let's just get through this.
Yeah. I'll just start that again. It's all good, man. So I felt bad for Cooper Harvey with that one on the goal line where he was stuttering, and then that was in my second quarter notes. Yeah,
Lukey
McDonald did that exact same thing the other week. Yeah, I mean they might have got a bit closer to him, but. Look, it's technically right, but I think it's more.
They need to fix it up. The clarity.
I don't know. He was still under pressure. Yeah, like he didn't really have anywhere to go. But like,
I'm actually don't have an issue with it being a free kick as long as it's always a free kick and they know that, because clearly you didn't know.
Yeah, I agree. But I felt bad for Coop because you could just see, like, you see him. Like I was at the ground, obviously, and he put his hand over his mouth,
did
like
player red card.
Yeah. Oh man, like I felt bad for him, but and it was just it was probably epitomises how we went in the second quarter. Just that one play, I reckon. My exact quote was pretty fucking shit quarter by the Kangas. Chom, Lukey P, massive, LDU, Shees and George trying their guts out. Ball movement is a problem, has been for a month.
Mm-hmm.
Quarter three. Started the way we ended the dog shit with a dog shit entry. And then I wrote chomp because Chom was just fucking marking everything, and I love that bloke.
He was good.
Fuck yes, JD on the left. Predictable again out of the guts though. Like it was still we hit the same spot. I think it was Georgie kicked it in, but yeah, JD just did some great work. JD fucking working hard. Jesus Christ on the crumb. Great goal. Colby, fuck. You know, when he was running into the open goal.
Yeah.
Like, and I was at the surrounded by Port supporters, and I went, Colby! Like, I was about to.
He would kick that 9 times out of 10, I reckon.
I know, man. And I just thought, question: Aaliyah plays for North because I thought we kept kicking it to him. Port George definitely concussed right now, but more on that later. Kenny on comms can fuck off.
That's a little bit stronger than my earlier assumption.
Yeah, you can tell that he still wants to suck the boys off. These umpires, seriously. Suva definitely in his own head. That was after one of his shots. Entries. That was just me lamenting, entries. LDU, fuck yes. North intensity back where it needs to be. Great.
That was his snap.
Yeah. Great. Sort of opportunistic goal. Dangerous tackle on TB. 3 weeks, question mark. That was Tommy. And, no, he's okay. So that won't be anything. Colby! George, enormous. So George did some awesome contest work, got it in.
Yeah,
it was
ran through.
It was a free kick to Cooper, but Colby crumbed it. Lucky he kicked it because otherwise I would have been swearing in a different way. But it was a great goal.
Spargo's little pick up and give off as well.
Yeah. But that was a great little play and, starting to get up and about. Shit mixing, he who shall not be named makes me happy. The George and X combo when they just folded him in half.
Mm-hmm.
So that was just just makes my day. I'm gonna read you this because fuck it, why not? I hate that little fuck, but he's pretty good. Still not the best player in that draft. Chom working his guts out. Great passage to play into Spargo shot. So that's when he missed it. Yeah. So, great fight back above the Kangas. Still a bit hit and miss. But, took lifted the pressure and intensity that quarter. So, do you want to add anything or you?
No, I was just right. It was a really enjoyable quarter for us because it was me and Freddie sitting here, and when Colby kicked that goal, the dribbler on the left, Freddie was just we were high-fiving each other and up and about. Obviously, this was before my spinal surgery. But it was just really disappointing how we finished off. So I suppose we'll segue into the last quarter, mate.
Yeah, I'll rip through. I mean, I was sitting there because Gosh came up with me, and I thought we were going to be celebrating pretty hard, to be honest with you. But we commiserated pretty hard, so that's good. Anyway, Q4, I'll try and rip through it. Kangas great out of the guts. Did George hurt himself in that smothered kick? And that's just retrospective after rewatching it back. I don't know whether that was he had a kick that was hard smothered. He looked a bit ginger coming out of it, and I wonder whether it sort of, did something in there. Cam Bowles. So that was when Zerha hit the post. I feel like if we had got a goal early on in that last quarter, it might have turned out different. Big X strong. I hate his blonde mo. That's not about X, obviously. That was about someone else. I was loving Goda's work.
He
couple of good marks.
Sign.
Yeah. But then he turned one over that ended up in a goal. I love Kolb taking the game on, but that one hurt when he got gang tackled in the middle.
Got everyone up and about, yeah.
Yeah, man, and it's like momentum changing shit. So you could feel it, especially when you're at the ground. So I'll skip that and I'll go into a bit later. I can't read you what I've written about who should not be named. It starts with C and ends with T. I'm got a lot of hate for Ken Hinkley here. All right, I hate Ken Hinkley. I know you're a commentator, but shut the fuck up. Shitlock, fuck. Yeah, I only rewatched this yesterday, and I was starting to get real angry again. I was getting pretty upset at the ground, but it was like more internal. But gosh, I could see how upset I was getting. She was trying to calm me down. I'm like, just let me be simmering in my own self. I've got some real nasty shit about who should not be named here that I'm not going to read. I've just got a note. Spargo, fuck, when he turned it over. Shut up, Ken. And then, just to surmise, it's such a winnable game. Just disappointing. Our ball use over the last month is not good enough. He should not be named, and umpires can suck a fuck.
Yep.
So yeah. Anyway, it was a disappointing result. We should have won that game, but anyway, we move on.
I do think Porter better than what, like, obviously a very good defensive side, and we couldn't crack it. That's for sure. We can't kick goals against Essendon.
Yeah. No, they've got some really good players, and we flagged that last week. I never thought we were going up there to just trounce them or anything like that. I still think, having been there and all that, I still think it's a game that we should have and could have won.
Yeah.
But they're no easy beats, and they've proven that. So good on them. They've got some good players. So anyway, you got a player of the game for me, mate.
I just realised I didn't do this part, but I'll just go.
Do it
Chom.
on the fly.
Yeah, I'll just go Chom. He was awesome. I think I sent you a message saying that he could be a little smoky for captain for me. I know she's just the obvious answer, but geez, like in terms of leading by example, he just goes hard at it. I love him.
He's heart and soul. His efforts in the air, on the ground, like whatever it is, like I did have it. Like that was cold holding the ball on Butters for mine as well, in the flank or in the wing sort of thing. He ducked into it. We got the ball back just because the umpires were fucking dog shit. But he's just a rooster. Like I had him as number one as well, but I thought you'd pick him, so I had Lukey Parker for my second. I just thought he battled hard all day, which he has all year. Yep. And I mean, she's and LDU were awesome, but I sort of dinged them for some of their ball use, to be honest with you. But I thought they competed, and that was awesome.
And I think I said to you, like, the difference between the sides, apart from the the entries and stuff, but it's also their shit guys seem to be better than our shit guys. Like that's I feel like our
bottom six,
our star 5 or 6 all put in shifts, and the rest just sort of went missing. They were a bit underwhelming. Whereas their no name blokes were sort of cracking in, and I wouldn't even be able to tell you who half their names are, to be honest. But
but like it's just those little 1%, just those little 50-50 contests and stuff like that you notice. Which you get that when it's a home side versus away side as well. So there's always those ones. But anyway, what's your highlight, mate?
The first thing that comes to mind is George's breakaway, where he just burst out of the stoppage, fended off, I can't remember who it was, and then hit up a target inside 50. Or is that when that might have been the one?
That's the Colby goal.
The Colby goal, yeah. Just where George just burst out of the centre, and then the goal by Colby. That's mine. What about you?
Yeah. So I mean, I had that sort of. I had the 3 third quarter goals, all the crumbing goals, sort of thing. Like she's LDU, Colby, all great opportunistic goals. But I also had here should not be named getting shit mixed by Big X and George. That's really good.
Well, that leads perfectly into my low light, and that is with he who shall not be named kicking that goal to the right of screen from about 55. That nearly went out of the stadium and still sailed through.
Yeah, look, he's good at footy, but
it's annoying, isn't it?
He's a fuckwit. Anyway, my low light is George's injury.
Yeah.
Which
hopefully,
it's just it's flattening. But which that can probably lead us into what, buddy?
Yep. So this week we're going to discuss Kangas news on the Roo Port. All right, so first agenda item, take it away, Harles. George injury.
Yeah,
How's it
well, I
looking?
mean, well, they're saying it's like they're going to take a cautious approach, and it's 3 to 4 weeks is what they're anticipating. It'd probably be 2 for someone that doesn't have his history. Yeah, which is just it's a spew in it because like if it's a 2-week hammy for most blokes, like it's a 3 to 4 week for George. Like it just sucks when it feels like he was really starting to hit his straps. Like his just like relentless pressure and just attack on the footy is just something to behold. Like there's not too many blokes like him in the whole of the AFL really. And yeah, it felt like they were starting to ramp his game time up a bit as well, and like we're going to see more of it. Yeah, it's just a bit of a shit. But
Yep, agreed.
What do you reckon about it?
Oh, it just sucks to have 2 of our best players like PC out for 3, and then now George out for 3. It's sort of a pretty crucial stretch of games that we're gonna. For anyone out there who's was hoping for a wild card, I think it's starting to look a little bit shaky. But yeah, that probably leads into the second agenda, which is the return of Paul Curtis. Which I know you've got some strong thoughts on this, so I'll just quickly say, feels a lot like what happened last year, just a crucial part of the season, and upsets our forward mix and someone who kicks some goals at ground level, which we've needed with our key forwards sort of struggling. Yeah, what's your thoughts?
All right, so obviously, yeah, like it couldn't come at a better time with Georgie going out. Obviously, we want both of them in the same team, but yeah, my main thing to come out of like PC coming back was just a bit of a chain of events from this weekend. So just indulge me for a little bit. So the Ben Long suspension. Did you see that, or have you been?
He got 2 weeks for punching Maynard when he wasn't even looking at the footy. There was no footy anywhere near him. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So this is the chain of events that happened in that, right? And this is like I've got some fair notes on this because I'm fucked off. All right. So Bailey Humphrey gets taken high by another Collingwood player. Maynard stands the mark. Humphrey kicks the goal, and he and Maynard bump each other pretty regulation. Like there's a bit of chatter. They're bumping into each other. Ben Long comes in from the side to Maynard's blind spot and digs his shoulder into his ribs, clearly trying to fucking hurt him, yeah? Like, it's a crude act. Now, he gets 2 weeks. 2 weeks. And it gets downgraded to 1 because this is the tribunals, or whoever the bloke hearing it said. He said, Maynard made himself vulnerable as the antagonist. This resulted in the impact appearing greater than it was. So that's what it got downgraded to 1 for. He tried to fucking break his ribs, mate. So anyway,
I didn't realise it had been downgraded. That's made me mad.
To 1, yeah. Oh, mate, that's why I'm teeing up. All right, so PC tackles a bloke with concussion history in a regulation tackle and gets 3 weeks. Tommy B gets awarded a free for a dangerous tackle that was far worse than PC's tackle. Still not bad, mind you. And why? Because the MRO and the tribunal only pay outcomes on the outcome, not on the intent. It's a fucking shit show, yeah. So and this combined with the rule changes that make umpiring nearly impossible, end in the result of us watching a game with 71 fucking free kicks, no suspensions because no one got concussed, except for fucking Mitch Georgiades twice. He was clearly fucking groggy. Everyone at the ground could see that, yeah? Who was, and so the AFL didn't take him off for a test once, even though they did it to Lockie Neal the other night. Like, they can intervene, apparently. And there was twice where he was fucking groggy. And I say all this just to say, welcome back, Paulie, and fucking get him, mate.
Yeah, it's double standards. Makes me sick.
Yeah. But
shit
anyway,
outs.
it's good to have fucking PC back. But what a fucking shit show. 71 fucking free kicks that game that I went to.
It was a disgrace.
No one knew what one of them was for, mate. And like the ones that they missed were like legit.
Yeah, they were really hot on the any high. It was almost like they were paying the benefit of the doubt to the high tackler all game.
Oh, mate, and like if you're a backman in today's game, you're fucked. You bloody look at a bloke and
you shave his fingernail and you spoil its dragging arms.
It's making it hard to watch.
Tell you what, 2011 Willow would have had an absolute field day with those sort of adjudications.
Anyway,
Mate, I used to have three on me halves, but I won't go into it. Anyway, third. Sorry, I think my pills just kicked in. Last item on the agenda was the Zane Dursma contract. I thought was worth talking about. He's had a couple of years put in front of him for a while now. Understand he's leaving it till the end of the season, so I still feel like he's going to want him to stick around. I know you've got high hopes for him as well, and we've seen some.
Mate, I love the boy. He is. Have you heard any rumours about what the coin is or anything like that? Or
I don't think so. It's just the only thing they said was potentially he's eyeing off his brother at Essendon, which I would not understand why you would want to go to that. Absolutely,
no one's going to Essendon.
No, I'm actually quite frightened about what the Brisbane Lions are going to do to them this weekend at the Gabba.
Yeah, I'm getting to the point. Like, I'm not quite there, but I'm almost feeling bad for him. But I'm not quite there.
Don't say. I'll edit that out. But all right.
No. Zane. Yeah. Like, I just think Zane's going to be good. I just know it. Yeah. Like,
yep.
The movements are just, yeah. And like, I understand he probably deserved a bit of a spell. Like, it was a few average weeks there, but I kind of hope they play him in the guts in the twos to get his hands on the footy a bit.
Yeah, because obviously they had a bye, so I can't see him coming in this week.
But like, I genuinely hope they just throw him into the guts. Like, let's give him some on-ball time. Let's getting his hands on the footy, and I just feel like that'd help him out.
I think he could end up being a bit of a bit of a Mason Wood, like where we was, Brad was playing him out of position a bit, and he's more of a, I don't know what his tank's like. I know it's getting better, but like he'd be I feel like he'd be a good wingman, a tall wingman.
Yeah, well, I kind of thought that about him from the start, but I just don't think he's got the running capacity yet. But yeah, he's got great skills.
He's definitely lifted his work rate this year.
Yeah, and he's definitely does a lot more two-way running. He's just got to find a way to impact more. But I hope he sticks around.
All right, let's, at risk of me declining at a rapid rate, we'll rip into the preview. This is our first Friday night game of the year. Am I right?
Well, first Friday night, we had Good Friday. But
we had Good Friday. This is our first Friday night. Like, Kangas are back on Friday nights against Collingwood. I wish I could be more excited about this game. I am very excited about it, but I've just had so much on with the holiday last week, and then the aforementioned spinal surgery that I haven't had a lot of time to think. I can't believe it's only two nights away, and it'll come pretty quick with the gear I'm on. I'll tell you that much. So I'll start off here with players to watch. I've been pretty impressed with Collingwood this year. I never seem to rate their list that highly. Obviously, they've got a couple of like real game breakers that everyone's aware of, but they just seem to get a lot. Well, Fly seems to get a lot out of these. Just JK, probably guys with like JK ability, but they just seem to get to the next level because they play as such a good team game. Like your Framptons, like guys like that, just solid defender. He's not like a world beater, but they all pitch in, and that's our big problem at the moment.
Yeah, they all get better too. That's like the longer they're there, they seem to get better.
And I mean playing in front of 50, 60,000 plus every week would probably make me go pretty hard at it too, which might be a bit of our issue as well.
No,
But,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think you should have any greater motivation than pulling on the bloody blue and white, mate. But or playing for an AFL team. But starting the back line,
right.
mate, who you got?
Back line, I've got. We just spoke about him a bit with Braden Maynard, and I just wanted to highlight him. Probably from more.
I reckon you'll start fucking pretty.
Am No,
flower child Willow.
No, it's more of a admiration for Maynard. I know we went after him the last couple of years. I would love to have him in my team. I just love the passion that he had last week, and I basically highlighted him just because I want us to match it. He's going to be into everyone. I want our blokes into him. We need to be tougher and harder at the footy, and not. Yeah, we've just really gone into our shells. So it was more just highlighting the way he goes about it, and I really hope someone gives it straight back to him. And there's someone down there, you know.
No, but he's a great team man. Like honestly, and like all my Collingwood mates, that I feel like he's their favourite player.
Oh.
So he'd be a perfect shin boner, but I don't think we'll ever get him. I had Jeremy Howe, and it's like mainly because of his intercept play. I just feel like if we play the way we've been playing in the last month, we'll play straight into his hands because he's great at peeling off and taking marks or killing contests. So he'll be chomping up Sharon's like he's the Cookie Monster.
Yep. My midfield, I've gone Darcy Cameron. He's a ruckman that I really rate. I know he got pretty well beaten in the tap work last week, but the midfielders for Collingwood did manage to go pretty well in the clearances with the Gold Coast and get them on turnover and stuff as well. Yeah. But that's another one, just highlighting the ruck contest and how important that is, because we were absolutely when Cherry wasn't in there last week, I think the centre bounces that Dawson took were just absolute waste of time. So I won't say much more on that, but it's more just highlighting that I think X can match up pretty well on Cameron. But yeah, he's a player that I rate. He's one of those just very, very solid ruckman. So I picked him.
No, I agree.
Because I figured you were going to pick Nick Dacos.
Well, I'm not, because he might be in another line. Because for midfield, I picked a group of them. I picked the over 30 brigade. So Pendle, Sidey, Crisp, DeGoey. And I just wrote they're all just really good at footy. And the biggest question for that is, can our young blokes get on top and stay there for 4 quarters against that lot? Because they're just proven champions. The Pies have got winners and that across the ground, unfortunately.
And it's our one wood, so they should really be looking at it as somewhere they can prove themselves this week.
Yeah,
and I think all our midfielders are in form. Obviously, it sucks George going out, but
but I mean, Foss got named. They brought out something today. He's the 4th most improved player in the competition by AFL rating. Foss. So, I just think that it's a great test for all those young boys against that lot.
Agreed. My forward, I got basically I reckon all these forwards, the Josh Bruces of the world, and Tim Membry, they all just came out of the same. They're like test tube babies. They're just these average, tall forwards that we make look really, really good.
That kick 6 against North.
Yeah, and I could just see going bad on the weekend and Membry kicking 10, and he just doesn't deserve to, you know what I mean? But
I don't think he's got 10 in him, mate.
Well, I didn't think Josh Bruce had 10 in him either, mate. So
we'll touch that.
We're not that bad now, but we're not that bad as what we were back then. But yeah,
no.
I just was highlighting. You can probably throw McStay in there too, like same sort of situation, like just those tall forwards that we struggle with.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I had Nick Dacos mainly because he was named at full forward last week, and he's been kicking a lot of goals. He's splitting a bit of time between the midfield and the forward. So I wrote best player from his draft for sure, and probably the competition. Kicking more goals now, which is a worry. So yeah, like I sort of had a question: Foss or Jai, or is there a smoky like a Tommy B that's got a bit of a tank that we can run with him? Because I don't think we can afford to not run with Nick Dacos.
We're going to have we're going to have some differing opinions here.
Okay.
When we get to how we win. But
okay.
Yeah, I think you're probably right with the tag. But my ins and outs. So,
well, why don't you tell me how we're going to win before we go through the ins and outs?
All right. So, I've just had a gutful in the last month of footy of us just not taking the game on and playing with some dare and letting them loose. And I've basically just said here, I just want to shoot out at Marvel. I want our young blokes to take their veteran midfield on and just believe in themselves and go hard. That is
that's
all
exactly,
I want to see.
Yeah. We're aligned, brother.
Well, there you go. I just said let them off the leash and just go for it and play fast. I said I would even consider not tagging anyone at the start of the game and just see how it goes. If Dacos has 15 touches in the first quarter or he starts getting it, then send Jai to him. I think he's a good matchup. I'd love to see Foss just go after his own footy, time to let him off the leash. And we just need to smash them at centre bounce. And you're not going to believe this, but improve our forward 50 entries.
Fuck. I can't believe you just said that because because of how many times I mentioned the entries in the last game. Look, I've got the same shit, man. I play quick and don't let them set up. So, I felt I know, there was times where we were using the ball well on the weekend, but I feel like we were just slingshotting it around the back 50 and just letting, Aaliyah was just setting up all the time, and that's just going to play into Collingwood's hands. So we've got to be sharper with our ball movement through the centre of the ground and get there quicker to put some pressure on them. The only thing, I've got tidy up our ball use and decision making, keep the pressure energy up for the whole game, and just kick some more fucking goals because we are struggling to hit the scoreboard. But it's in us, and we've seen it already this year that we can score heavily. So, but yeah, the only thing that we disagree on is the Nick Dacos thing. I just think he's too good to not run with, and I personally think Jai's a decent enough matchup, but I don't know if that's robbing Peter to pay Paul because Jai's been so good for us on the wing.
It could be an excuse with the ends to maybe bring in a Hardiman if Jai goes to Dacos. I haven't got him. You're going to hate me, but I don't have Hardiman in my ends. Not because I don't want him in, but because I feel like there's something going on there. I've got a conspiracy theory. I think he's told him he's going home or something. I can't understand it. That's got to be the only thing is why he's not getting picked.
Well, yeah. Well, it's perfect to go into your ins and outs then, mate.
All right. So I want some power action. I know he's only had one game in the VFL, but he's had another week to build some fitness as well. I'd love him to just play on ball, not a stupid, role that he doesn't play, which he's been stuck in. I'd love to see him just come in for George, and obviously he probably pay similar game time to George anyway. If he's coming off that, if he's good to go, I'd love just him to play pure midfield. PC obviously comes back in. I think they got to play. I would rather see Goad in there than Dawson. So Dawson's out. Goad in, and Constanti's got to go because he's on my shit list again. And Zach Banch straight in because he goes hard at it. And that's my ins. Oh, sorry.
Who's
someone
out
else has
for
got to come
Banshee?
out. Controversially, I've got Spargo. I know he's done a few good things, but Bance just feels like he wants it more to me. And Spargo had that moment with the footsteps, which I didn't like,
Well, I reckon he might be treading on like sort of shaved head, face tat sort of territory. Is that what you're thinking? Just to toughen up?
Yeah, listen, aesthetics aren't I am starting to, these drugs are kicking in, I got to tell you. So aesthetics don't mean as much to me as what I would suggest on this podcast sometimes. But I just think Banch needs a good run at it. And Spargo was the next on my list because I was sort of looking and going, I wouldn't drop anyone else. I'd just give Banch a go.
Yeah, so you're like Banch and Sparg, no.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, look, I mean, I don't think they're like we've got some learned history from the selection committee that they don't make that many bold choices. Obviously, George is out, unfortunately. PC straight back in. I'm completely with you on the second ruck thing, though, and I don't ultimately think it was working with Goad either, to be honest, because they're only paying 25-35% game time. Like, that's no way for a young bloke to build confidence in the AFL. I don't disagree that like there's a few efforts here or there that can be questionable, but it's bloody hard to impact a game when you're only playing 25-30%. I think you only had 27% game time or something on the weekend, Dawson. So like it's a bit.
I was just making more a point that he's ineffective at centre bounce. Like he doesn't follow up with Cherry.
I agree. I just think that I don't know if having that player that's playing that little of a game time on the bench is benefiting. Like I honestly thought we were getting more when it was like the Sherry Darling Trembath combo. Like, and I don't know if JD's like doesn't want to do it anymore, which I
think
doubt.
JD's been too good up forward for us this year. He's probably nearly been our best key forward.
No, I know, but like it gets him in the game as well, being up the ground. Like I tend to think, especially this week against Collingwood, because they're only running with McStay as their second ruck at the minute. So, like, let's do what you said when you flagged Cameron in the players. Let's just let X get back in there for more centre bounce, because I don't think he's not up against some leaping athlete. Like they're pretty evenly matched. Let them go at it, and then let's do a like a Trembath Darling combo where that way you can bring in someone else, right? Like whether it is a bench or whether it's a Hardiman or whatever. Like you bring in a more mobile player or someone that can use the footy a bit more. I don't know. Like that's my biggest question. I mean, I don't disagree that JK or Spargo could do with a spell. Bench has had good AFL form, so in for one of those two, I'd presume it'd be JK if that was going to happen. But it would not surprise me one bit if it's just George out, and then PC.
Yeah, or maybe George out and CCJ in. And that's it. They give PC another week.
Give him a week in the two.
I'm being facetious now, but yeah.
No, I know. But I agree. Like I'm iffy about this. The second ruck sitting on the bench for most of the game because that's what you used to do in country footy. You know what I mean? Like a second ruck sort of thing. I don't think that's that's like the AFL from the 80s and 90s. Like a bloke sitting on the bench for that long is always going to struggle. Well, but it's also it's like the sub thing, yeah. Like if someone come on for the last quarter, it can be pretty bloody hard to impact. So anyway, it's an interesting watch. Obviously, everyone knows my position. I want Hardiman in the side. I don't really care how they do it. So get him in.
Yep. Well, yeah. Given that I'm crashing into rate of knots here.
Let's wind it up.
Yeah, I think so, and I think we've done a good effort. Again, shout out to everyone who's listening, and if you've got any topics you want us to discuss or me to get on some psychedelics and talk about anything really, I'll do it ready when you guys are. But yeah. Anyway, so my tips. It's got to be North by 10 goals, I think, under lights at Marvel, and they can all cry themselves to sleep. Those Collingwood wankers.
I think I want trumped up Willow every week.
What's your
mate,
tip, mate?
Oh, mate, I'm never going to be as bold as you. I don't think Collingwood are wankers, but we are going to win by 10 goals. So, yeah, obviously.
Beautiful.
Yeah. But, mate,
Right,
great effort this week. You've really held it up for the team. And on that note, Kanga, Kanga, Kanga.
Roo, roo, roo.